bio AI, bio health, bio medtech. There are these variety of areas that are in the nascent part of the, in terms of their ability to be able to absorb. It is a very nascent sector. And this growing sector will tremendously benefit all the activities in terms of an economic output, in terms of value creation, in terms of job creation. All these activities will revolve around these kind of innovations that we are going to drive around. I think you can see that the entrepreneurial ecosystem for the startup biotech ecosystem is also growing very, very rapidly. It's about when 2014 actually, when we initiated these activities at a bigger way, I think the number of biotech startups are about close to 75 to 80 actually. Now we have about 7,200 biotech startups that are in and around our country in various incubators. And I think this therefore has boosted our bioeconomy by 29% to reach about $140 billion at the present stage actually, which accounts for 4% of the total GDP of the bioeconomy. So you can see it's now becoming a very robust growth model and a growth driver in the country's progress. And therefore we are very excited that science and technology is contributing not just only to the creating new, better and better people, but also to create economic value and social goods and looking after ecosystems and environmental properties as well actually. The other aspect, as Shambhuji mentioned, is that one of the key aspect always is the transition of human capital transition, because as we progress through different eras, there are different kind of people who are required to cater to different needs. And in the present era, the collaborations have become the most important and the most critical component of it. And you can look at PhD thesis is always a single person dissertation in all their lives and careers. And then the perception that goes down is that science has to be driven as a single individual entity actually. What we are trying to do through I3C PhD program in biosciences is kind of what we call ideate, immerse, ideate, innovate, immerse, and collaborate to really to put together a concept of how PhDs in fact can be modified in a way such that multiple PIs support one PhD student on a small project which has a large program under it actually. And thereby driving and doing away with a fragmented approach, but to bring together all the thoughts and ideas to be able to look at it. And I think this has happened primarily because Honorable Minister's guidance, we've been able to form what is called Biotechnology Research Innovation Council, which is basically an amalgamation of all 13 institutions all across the country. And we can therefore now standardize and make these PhD programs in a central way, such that then they can go into distributed all these laboratories and use infrastructure, get access to these PIs and be able to catalyze these various larger activities. Finally, we're also very happy, I mean, just because the budget was announced very recently and HPV vaccine was also, has been talked about being rolled out actually. We're very proud that DBT BIRAC together along with Serum Institute have developed the first CeraVec vaccine, which is an HPV vaccine, a quadrivalent vaccine, which we announced some time back. And obviously, one of the major agenda of this is to make Shasakta Nari in our country, which is one of the focused agenda of the government. And I think all these will create an ecosystem that will drive innovations and that will drive new ideas and new ways of evolving Sashakta Bharat. So I would just say, let's all come together and for this coveted National Science Day with all passion, excitement, and love for the science. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. I think the key takeaways were collaborations and innovations. Friends, as you have rightly mentioned, sir, you have rightly mentioned that on the Global Innovation Index also, India has come to the position of 48th from 81st in 2015. And your second point that 29% growth in 2022 of $140 billion US of bioeconomy. Now we are slated to go to $300 billion by 2030. And collaborations in the National Science Day last year, we have announced the Vaibhav Fellowship, where Honorable Minister has mentioned that the aim of this fellowship is collaboration between diaspora mind and the domestic mind to give or to deliver world-class products and projects. And now I request now Secretary DSIR. Yesterday, Honorable Minister also mentioned, sir, that on the tableau behind the Chandrayaan and Aditya L1, the achievement of CSIR was proudly demonstrated in terms of the Purple Revolution. So I invite Dr. N. Kalai Selvi for her opening remarks, please.
Namaskar, Vanakkam, and good afternoon to everyone. I'm really happy to be a part of this very important event wherein we are going to get ourselves known about what is the theme of this year's National Science Day celebrations. In my opinion, science is the only tool that can horizontally connect number of verticals. So I'm a strong believer that whether it is a language or your region or your religion, all these can take, they can take a shape of only verticals. But science is the only tool that can really horizontally touch upon all the verticals and that can only connect. And therefore, in my opinion, science is the unifying factor and it is an indispensable unifying factor. Therefore, it is giving me more than enough excitement to just really celebrate this year's National Science Day with our scientific fraternity, with the school children, college students and research scholars also. Before we touch upon that one, I would say, friends, whenever we talk about science, science of yesterday, I think we are not that much caring because always past tense will gain momentum only in two cases. In case of history and in terms of legacy, we will be really curious to know what had happened already. And present tense is always interesting because whatever we thought about in the past, we will be just doing it in the present and therefore that is a driving moment. But what is really giving you more interest, where you have more suspense, where you have more excitement is only future. Therefore, whenever we plan for the future, whenever we think about future, I think that is where science is really coming into picture. And therefore, we are here to think about what is it that science can really do for the future. That should be the point wherein we all of us should really give a lot of emphasis and importance. Now coming to the very important point of even the recently announced budget, I think the Honorable Finance Minister made it very clear. There are four important parameters of this nation. According to the Honorable Finance Minister, she said that there are only 4 categories of this nation which are to be really taken into consideration. She just sequenced it in such a manner. It is GMYA, meaning is Garib, Mahilaye, Yuva and Annadatha. So if at all you want to really give development to these 4 people, meaning is you are doing justice to the development of this nation, which is nothing but the Vikasit Bharat that all of us are talking about, and we are planning for Vision 2047 also. Therefore, what is the one common language that all the 4 categories can have? It is only the science. So it is where the scientific organizations, it is where the research and development related organizations, we are all gaining a lot of momentum and importance. And the kind of support that we are getting from the national leadership is also amazing. And like the way it was mentioned by Shambhunath ji, this is the, maybe after a period of 7 years or 8 years, this time we had an opportunity to showcase what is it that CSIR is doing for the country, especially to benefit farmers. So even though Annadatha is made as 4-1, normally we say Mata, Pita, Guru, Devam. Devam is the last one which is the epitome, and similarly here also Annadatha, the farmers, they are the epitome of this country's development. And we from CSIR, we just take more than enough care to double the farmers' income, and one such program, we have number of programs. I'm not here to narrate all those stories. So one such program that really takes care of farmers to double their income is the Roma Mission, wherein we have taken this Jammu and Kashmir, and especially we have taken this lavender cultivation, by means of which not only the farmer, but also the Nari Shakti, also the kids, the next generation children, everybody is now getting excited towards that one, because end to end we handhold the farmer's family. So just to appreciate our efforts, I think this time we were given an opportunity, and we also consider that as a great privilege and a pride, and we were able to showcase that to what extent we are able to really give value to farmers' life through our Aroma Mission. Now apart from all these things, like the way my good friend Dr. Rajesh was telling, Once upon a time, we thought that science is one discipline and economy or economics or finance is totally different. Now it is not like that. Now we are made to understand and we are forced to realize that science and economy are interlinked. So unless otherwise you give more than enough importance to science, and unless otherwise you make science as a translational beneficial parameter, I think country's economy could not be improved, and whatever growth or the development in terms of our economy that we have realized, science also has played a very, very important role, because even today, MSME's contribution to the economy of this country is more than 40%. And therefore, whatever we do in the name of science in laboratories, that should reach the industry or it should reach the society directly. And this is how it should really add value to the economy. And therefore, I think along with me, the entire Ministry of Science and Technology, we are taking more than enough interest, and we are making it as our prioritized area that science should always take care of the future. And our Honorable Minister of Science and Technology fondly used to say, whenever you are talking about number of startups is increasing more than 1 lakh, can you say how many startups are remaining as sustainable startups? Therefore, the word sustainability, it is not only applicable to science, but also to lifestyle, as well as to industries and also to startups. And therefore, I think we are marching towards that particular line. And my another good friend, Dr. Abhay, will now reveal what is the theme of this year. But I'm sure it will have a place for science, it will have a place for sustainability also. And we from all other departments, we will also one more time assure and reassure to the entire community that we will dedicate and contribute our life only to talk in terms of science, and that too for the future of this country, the benefits of this country. Thank you so very much for the opportunity.
Ma'am, you have rightly mentioned that our Honorable Minister always talks about sustainability of the startups. So out of 1 lakh startups, once it was announced by the PSA that only 4,000 to 5,000 are deep tech startups. So you have also mentioned, ma'am, that science and economy are interlinked, and what science can do for the future. So we are aiming for, a Viksit Bharat by 2047, and I think this science and economy, the twin pillars of the science and economy will continue. Now I request Professor Abhay Karandikar sir to please launch the theme of the National Science Day, and it will be followed by a brief movie. Sir. Movie.
The genius, his invention, a boon to mankind. The Raman effect. No stone shall be left unturned to commemorate the genius's all-important invention. A program to embrace the wonders of science, the very first in the Amrit Kal. The National Science Day 2024. A National Council of Science and Technology Communication, NCSTC, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and the State Councils for Science and Technology Initiative. A Pan-India celebration from 6th February to 4th March. To be a part of Viksit Bharat. A well-thought-out juxtaposition of exhaustive scientific activities on a daily basis. Girls in Science. Basic Sciences. New technology including AI machine learning. Science with fun. Mission Life. Science for Sustainable Development Goals. Live streaming. STI ecosystems leading to Atmanirbhar Bharat shall be strengthened like never before. The Festival of Science. A salute to the genius. Join us in celebrating the National Science Day on February 28, 2024.
Now I request Professor Karandikar for his keynote address, please.
Thank you very much. My colleague Dr. Rajesh Gokhale, Secretary DBT, Dr. Kalai Selvi, Secretary DSIR and DGCSIR, my colleagues from the ministry, colleagues from State Science and Technology Council, and several school and college students who have joined online. I would like to welcome you all to the launch of the theme of the National Science Day. As all of you know that we celebrate National Science Day every year on 28th February to commemorate the discovery of Raman effect by Sir C.V. Raman. And every year we have several theme-based science communications and public outreach programs based on a particular theme. And as was revealed today, that this year's theme is indigenous technology for Vikasit Bharat. As was mentioned earlier by my colleagues, Dr. Rajesh Gokhale and also Dr. Kalai Selvi, that science and technology will play an important role for India to become a developed nation during the next 25 years. And towards this end, therefore, various departments of the Ministry of Science and Technology and various other ministries in the Government of India have been working on not only strengthening the R&D and innovation ecosystem in the country, but also helping the industry and entrepreneurial spirit in the country. Towards this end, as you know that the Department of Science and Technology has been helping the incubators and startups. In fact, we have set up more than 175 incubators across the country, and directly or indirectly supported more than 12,000 startups across the country, and many of these startups have been in the new age technologies and deep tech areas. In addition to that, we have national missions on interdisciplinary cyber physical system. We have recently launched the quantum mission. We have programs on clean energy and so on. And as Dr. Kalai Selvi mentioned that science and technology need to help every sections of the society. In fact, the DST's initiatives not only help the R&D and startup entrepreneurs, but we are also reaching out to students, grassroots innovators, promoting women in science and engineering. So there are multiple programs for promoting girls in science education during schools and colleges. And these covering this large spectrum of stakeholders, including, the motivating students and inspiring students to work in science technology areas. I hope that the National Science Day will act as some kind of an inspiration and motivation for the students. Because as you know that all the students are going to be really the future leaders and future scientists, and if we have to become a global S&T player and a Vikasit Bharat by 2047, I'm sure the young population, young innovators and students have a significant role to play. And the Ministry of Science and Technology would be really happy to work with several state S&T councils that we have been working to inspire the students to contribute towards scientific and technological innovations. I'm also delighted to mention that while we are launching the theme for the National Science Day, we have also notified one of the main important aspects of synergizing the R&D program in the country, which is Anusandhan National Research Foundation, which got notified yesterday night. And this is a great milestone that we have achieved. which will improve the R&D ecosystem in the country in a very, very significant way. So once again, thank you very much for joining us today. And as was mentioned in the film, that we will the celebration of the National Science Day really in some sense starts today. But we will be having a program on 20th February in Delhi, and I hope other state S&T councils and schools and colleges and institutions will also celebrate this day in their respective organizations to dedicate ourselves to development of science and technology in the country. Thank you very much.
Sir, with your kind permission, sir, we have joined by more than 1,000 students from different science councils. So we can go to some of them, sir. So Gujarat Science Council, please. Yes. So they will be asking questions, ma'am. Yeah. If you have any questions, please, students, Gujarat Science Council. Huh? Yeah. They have to unmute, I think, huh? All are on the mute mode. Yes. No, sir. No,
in a very unique way.
yeah. Please go ahead.
We are excited to work 1 month long program on the thing indigenous technology for Viksit Bharat. So in Gujarat, all our Gujarat Science City as well as the regional science centers and the community science centers at a district level, they are very much excited and looking forward to participate, to contribute, to celebrate the spirit of science in a very better way. Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Now I request a Manipur S&T Council, please, very briefly. Yeah, very brief remarks, please. Or if you have any questions, you can pose it to all three secretaries.
Yeah, done. Am I audible? Hello?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, the Secretary, Science and Technology Department, and other dignitaries on the dais, and all the participants from other S&T councils and the science centers. Good afternoon to all of you. Like as was done earlier in the previous years, this year we will be organizing National Science Day 2024 in a very wider way. As in the consent note also it is mentioned, like the list of the program activities. So we will be continuing with all those this thing program already sold out by this DST Government of India, and we will try to expand the activities throughout the state, every district of the state. Thank you very much. Thank you once again.
Thank you. We will go to now Karnataka State Council, please. Science Council, please.
Yeah. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
See, Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology. Yeah, am I audible? Please go ahead.
Yes, yes, yes.
Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology has been. Good afternoon. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead. You are more than audible.
KCST Karnataka State Council for Science and Technology has been celebrating National Science Day since almost 2008 and 9. For the past 56 years, we have been celebrating regularly at the state level as well as at the district level. As part of our celebration, celebrating National Science Day, we also conduct quiz competitions, on-the-spot painting competitions, and poster competitions among the high school children and secondary school children. We also give away the prizes and give certificates to the children in the event, which is celebrating on 20th of February. One uniqueness of KCST is, since we have district NRDMS sections all over the state, in all districts of the state, we are also conducting this kind of celebration as well as the programs as part of National Science Day in the district level also throughout the state of this Karnataka.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Now I request Madhya Pradesh Science and Technology Council to please join us. Madhya Pradesh.
Hello.
Ji, go ahead, please.
Yeah. Very good afternoon to all. First of all, on behalf of Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology, we congratulate and thank you for giving us a unique theme, indigenous technology for Viksit Bharat. So we would like to inform you in this regard that Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology, under the aegis of DST, we have initiated one program, identification, upgradation and commercialization of indigenous knowledge system in MP. So it's a very relevant theme, and we are organizing it more than 150 places, including school, college, university, and some NGOs, those who celebrate the Science Day. So we are organizing it in a big way as per the directions of Department of Science and Technology. So once again, I am very much thankful from whole Madhya Pradesh Council of Science and Technology. Thank you.
Thank you. I am very grateful and thankful for all the state science and tech councils for joining today. But because of time constraint, we are finally taking Punjab Council, please.
Thank you. Jitendra Arora here, Executive Director of Punjab State Council for Science and Technology. Just confirming that, can you hear me?
Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yes. Great. Thank you. Amazing theme. As you can see, a large number of students from schools and colleges from Punjab have joined today online. They are really excited. Especially, all the CSIR head, Secretary DST, Secretary DBT, the opening remarks that you have given have already set the stage. It will be a great opportunity for our students to learn how we have reached from 80 plus to 40th global ranking in terms of innovation index ranking framework. And they are we keep them along that how Punjab is jumping ranks from, say, 10th position in 2019 to 6th position now in terms of National Innovation Index ranking framework and the role of indigenous technologies in that. I think it's a very, very apt theme. We are looking forward to statewide celebrations and contribution of our budding scientists from Punjab in the national STI ecosystem development. And again, congratulations on the notification of Anusandhan notification yesterday night. I'm so glad that the students can firsthand hear about these announcements. You are indeed taking them all along in building in the nation building. Thank you so very much. Grateful from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, madam. Now I think the floor is open for the questions from the Delhi media, please. What are the celebrations, sir?
So you want to say? I think maybe. I mean, of course, we have some lectures and panel discussions and also some talks. So I think there are some events planned on 28th February. Maybe I think Rashmi, you want to elaborate on.
We have prepared an itinerary for the popular science lectures and panel discussions on science communication and research innovation ecosystem in the country. And also we will have some exhibition of 20 IRA students which have been, those who have been selected for the as a team India who will go to US for showcasing their competing in the International Science and Engineering Fair. So that exhibition will also happen there, and a release of book of IRIS selected students. Then we also have a program called Sathi. We will also felicitate those who have been awarded with Sathi. So that kind of program we are planning on 28th of February, and we all invite you to Vigyan Bhavan for that event. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Madam, I just would like to know what are the policies that are in place currently for helping scientists to become entrepreneurs without sacrificing the current position or leaving from their current position as a scientist or as a researcher, especially in CSIR system. I would like to know this, madam, from you.
I'm very happy you are asking as one of my laboratory scientists. Actually, it is we have one system, one policy called the Scientific Entrepreneur Scheme. So wherein any CSIR laboratory scientist, by way of developing some kind of a technology, he or she can also move out of the system for a particular period, and they can really try out for that entrepreneurship. And after some time, they can even come back also. That comeback is also possible. So that system is very much in place, madam. We have one dedicated track exclusively to encourage scientific entrepreneurship by CSIR scientists. It is already in place. Yeah. It's available.
I think no more questions are coming from the media. So please, all are now invited to join us for the lunch at the 4th floor cafeteria. Thank you.